Setting up shop. 1 second. All right, so I have a PR. I got the, what happened? Yesterday I finished up the floating point and integer typecasting work, and I now have a PR in place. I'm working on the Are We Fast Yet dot CD, collision detection benchmark. I think it's the longest and slowest benchmark in traditional SC-Lang. Quite slow. Like takes like 6 seconds. And I did a little math. And very roughly, since Hadron's like 5,000 times slower than SC-Lang right now, I'm a little concerned that CD is going to take many, many hours to run. But so far, we haven't hit a point where I'm feeling like, okay, we've timed out, and you know, it's too much. Instead, you know, we keep hitting functions and stuff, so we'll just keep going. And I've added, I think, let's see here. I've added an interval copied from the SuperCollider class library. I've added some ceil and floor to integer. They were forgotten. I think I also added them to float. I changed this panic into a runtime error message if you couldn't find the name of a class in the class library that's being loaded as a class object. Here's equality and identity for object, which actually should work for just about everything. And I added floor, ceiling, and as integer to float. So this is this sort of a thing. And so what's basically happening is that I run the benchmarks. I'm just going to clean and build cargo run, bench classes, minus I, dot bench scripts, bench all, dash A, prefix equal are we fast yet dot cd. So this will grind away. Bounce away. You can bounce away. Stay all day if you want to. All right, and then it's just going to run a whiffy sid. Oh, you're not looking at my screen, are you? We're over here in VS Code. There we go. Much better. I need to figure out some. I'm gonna make a stream to do list. What I want to do is some sort of macro or something to switch scenes when I switch windows. because you know, like you're programming, you look up documentation all the time. You know, so you know, and I'm kind of jumping from terminal to thing to documentation to supercollider to VS Code, and so like I kind of want to, you know, have a way to like actually do that. You know what? We might have actually hit that. No, I think we're hitting. There was one more that we hit, which I think was meta. New copy args, I think. You know, a cool compiler warning. Would be to there it is, meta collection new copy args. So I think that if we switch over to supercollider, and I haven't figured out how to zoom the documentation window in supercollider, which sucks a little bit, but we're gonna look up new copy args. Yeah, an object has it. Is only Boolean has it weirdly. We'll have to look at that. But for now, object new copy args. Let's open up. Let's open up object, the source file, and go look at the code. I don't think it's too scary. There's object.sc. I don't know why. So it zooms one window in, but it doesn't zoom in the other. Anyway, okay. This should be legible. So yeah, so we have a primitive here. Basic new copy args to instbars. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So we're gonna need to implement this as a primitive too. Because objects doesn't really afford, like supercollider doesn't really afford access to elements as like in an array style. Like Rust, if you have a struct in Rust, you can and I've seen this done sometimes, and I don't love it because I'm all about like being super explicit and clear. But you can in Rust say like if you have a struct named foo, you can say like foo.0, you know, and that'll be the first member of foo. To me, that seems really brittle. Like if somebody comes and reorders foo, like the members of foo, then you're, you know, like what do you? Okay, you're kind of boned, you know, like you're and it's like a bug. I mean, you might if they have the same type, you might not even get a warning about it, right? At least you'll get an error if they have a different type, but you know, that's a gamble, right? Anyway, all right. So we want to put this in object.rs. So this is new right here, and this is cert. Wasn't working. I checked in something I think yesterday or the day before that makes it work now. So equal object. Boom. New this edge class. Args. Ooh, do we have bar args, right? Args. No. It's gonna take a args, which is an edge array slot. Yeah, I know there's a way to do this, and it returns a results edge objects hadron error. We're gonna use new. For now, we'll just do new and ignore args. New copy args. There we are. Less mad. No. What are you so mad about? Haven't seen that one before. Okay. Circular dependency. Actually not. I was worried about this. Class, self, edge. Okay. Now what are you mad about? Okay. Huh. I don't know what that error message is about, but I mean, I think if we said new, new, this. We could just say OK object for now. And ignore the var args, and I should get a warning that the var args are unused, but otherwise it should be happy. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you tripping so. VS Code. Proc macro panicked. Cannot create expander. Yeah. Okay. What's going on with Rust tooling? Tell me in the comments, like, what tool you're using for Rust hacking. I started looking at NeoVim again, which is like, I was a Vim user for a long time, and it's great tool, but it's kind of like keeping a pet in the sense that, like, you're always kind of managing the extensions and the configuration of it. It's like you're just constantly tinkering with it, and that's kind of why I like these modern IDEs. Is the idea is you just open it up and you're like, you're ready to go, do work, as opposed to, like, remember a bunch of Lua script, and to get a tool working. Like I looked up like how to get NeoVim set up for Rust development. Found a blog entry that was like, yeah, you're gonna have to learn some Lua, and this is gonna take a couple hours. And I'm like, well, I could do that, or I could spend my time actually working on the project that I want to work on. So I think I'm gonna go with that, but I don't know. Rant over. Okay. This is very important too. Certs. Yeah, no, these things cannot be built in. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cute. So we actually don't want to call new args. So there's a var args way to do this. Who has a var args method binding? I don't know what I just did. Method and macros. I think there's a var args. Types, receiver, push. Is var args. Add to var args. So there's the adder attributes. So I think we're using attributes. This is binding. Binding field, method atters, var args. Var args. I think it's just var underscore args. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Var args. Okay, there you go. So that then we have this args, that's the array. Let's go let variables equal I think we could just do this is evil. Header default class name. There's go. slot. So vec new copy. And now what we want to do is we want to do bar args dot borrow dot elements, which is the access to the vector dot clone. Make a copy of it. Okay, that's it. No, we need to fix this actually. Let mute equal vec bar args dot borrow dot elements dot clone. If variables, we need to right size it. If variables dot len is less than this dot I think it's I prototype dot borrow dot size. So supplies too few arguments. We want copy the remainder from the prototype. Okay, here we are. Is there a rule out there? Yeah, there's a rule out there. So go. Variables dot len greater than this dot borrow dot prototype dot borrow, which is gonna, this is an error, dot size. Okay. Variables equal variables dot array dot with capacity this, you're using this a ton. Let prototype size equal this dot borrow dot I prototype dot borrow size. Boom. Variables dot don't even copy them. Copy range or append range. Vec. What are you doing? Vec has a, yeah. This is really annoying that this thing has lost its mind about this macro. Like, quick fix, add a thing. Okay. Quick fix. Okay. Class underscore method, class equal object. The compiler didn't mind it. Close and reopen this file. weird. Okay. Anyway. Source terminal editor for Rust. Helix. Helix. We'll try out Helix next time. Maybe it's time. Screw on. Somebody told me about Helix, and I've been meaning to push. Okay, it's a vec. Now I have to look up Rust stdvec. I know there's a way to sort of say like, hey, I want a pen. No, that's a move. Extend from slice. Yeah, there we go. Extend from slice. I like that. Variables. Dot extend from slice. 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 So what we're going to do then is we're going to say args dot borrow dot elements. Slice is 0 to prototype size. Let copy size. Yeah, let copy size. I think we'll say dot min. Let args size equal args dot borrow dot size. Boom. Min copy arg size prototype size. There you have it. Okay, so now we're copying either if arg size is less than array. And then we're going to say from the prototype, from the defaults provided in the prototype. And that's too long. Variables here. We're going to say no. If arg size is less than prototype size. The rest of this is just this. And this is just variables. And then we're going to say variables dot extend. Extend from slice. Args dot this dot borrow dot I prototype dot borrow dot elements dot prototype size dot to the end. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, for some reason, that should be a comma, and collections array is unused. Oh, okay. All right, cool. What's the first problem? First problem is we fixed that, right? Clone variables. Okay. Unused import. I think it's a method on one of those things. This is a super clever idiom that is made its way into my Rust code, which is that you can call the first argument is that this in Rust dot min prototype size. How you like me now? Still mad. Oh. Okay. Mismatched delimiter. Okay, we're closing that. We're closing that. We're closing that. Trying to go too fast. Make it sloppy mistakes. Here we are. This doesn't get a semicolon. Alright. Oh, you're so annoying. Re-import. This is not a field. I think it's get elements. Ah, okay, yeah. Okay. Elements is a method. Elements. Elementary, my dear Watson. Which is the name of my monk in the current season of I thought I was so clever and in the current season of Path of Exile 2. Needs to be a slice. Need to do can here. In both cases. Cha. Okay. Clean this up. Thank you. This -l bench classes -I bench eval scripts bench all -a equal. There we are. See how long it runs now. We'll check out Helix. Helix for Rust. Postmodern modal text editor. Oh boy. Okay, tree setter integration, language server support, powerful code manipulation. Surround integration? Surround integration. Oh, okay. It's a joke. All right. That's good. It's a good joke. They got me. Neato. Web GPU based alternative front end. Wow. Modal editor. Okay. Download. So it seems like it's available in. Just let this cook for a little while. Seems like it's available in Homebrew. I think is it query? Brew info. Postmodern modal text editor. Poured. Okay. Okay. HX. Ooh, cute. Is there like a... So some of the Vim stuff works. This is cute. Let's see, runtime, source, runtime, sc, object, kernel, object. Is it core? Okay. This stuff is new. Okay. And I'm right here, so I can just... Let's try it. We'll try screwing around in Helix for a minute. All right. Let's see if we finally crashed in VS Code's terminal. Yes! Great. Float skirt. Okay. Let's try implementing float skirt in this Helix editor. Where's this one? What are we doing? We are adding float skirt. So that's source, runtime, sc, math, I think. Slot, float, s. I'm just going to throw it down at the bottom here for right now. I am sure that what happens in SuperCollider when you trend to you're gonna have to imaginary numbers. Right. Okay. Oh, well, Control R didn't do what I thought it would do. I thought it would be... Is there... Did we lose our... No, it's okay. So Control R, like, reset everything. Okay. Or did I do Command R? Yeah, no. Carlo run. There it is. Pretty fast on the redraw. It's not bad. So this is one reason to optimize the code, is just so that I don't have to wait for a year to get results from CD. It's way too slow. Let's opt cargo build config command line. How do you specify the command line build config? Cargo build profile dev release dash dash profile. Let's try it with profile. Oh yeah, you need a name for it. Profile. Release. No idea how much faster it is, but oh, much faster. Clearly. What do we find? Float neg. You did neg. I thought you did neg. You didn't do neg? Okay. No? Nope. Okay, cool. Good to know. Right. I might save CD for last. This could take like an hour. Yeah. Not so sure about this. Cool. if I should be encouraged by the fact that it's running so long, but I might break it and focus on another benchmark because this is ridiculous. All right, yeah. Hello, okay, back from wherever distant place you were at. All right, I never set that up. Just going through some tabs. What's the next alphabetical benchmark? Look at issue 11. What do we got? Delta Blue. Delta Blue. Makes me think of that Ween song, Powder Blue. Oh, Powder Blue. One good thing about being a terrible singer is that you never get right striked. New from. Okay, well this is in keeping with the theme. Search new from. We'll look it up in Super Collider. New from. Array. We'll just do it in array. From Superclass collection. New from. Let's look at the new from. Oh wow, we just manually pop it on, add it to the each element. Okay. Well, that's an easy one. To add to here. That's just going to be in Lang, core, library, collections, core, collections, collection.sc. This, no. Gotta remember, gotta get my Vim muscle memory back. It's cool that it relies on that. If I go insert mode, if I just go paste, what happens? Okay, cool. I need to set my tabs here. This is bad. Okay. Then we make our comment. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. What else? Quality constraint size. Do we not have array.size currently? Oh. Let's look at this. 1 second. Okay, wait a second. This is in... to add propagate new from. So we haven't added array.size yet. Array. Lang source runtime sc collections array rs. Run it again. So there's the private implementation. series. You're very concerned with size. Size matters in arrays. Answer, remove that. Nope, size. What this dot new. Something very funky happened here. Let's go look at this thing. Are we fast at delta blue equality constraint? Bench classes, are we fast at delta blue equality constraint? It is a binary constraint. You wrote this, but I don't remember this. Binary constraint, which is it's just a plain old class, I think. Binary constraint, super new binary init, which is an abstract constraint. There's binary init. One directions nil. This is the equality constraint. This equality. This is an EQ init. Binary init. Add constraint planner. I don't think that this is particularly controversial code. Something's weird here. In the sense that we get a, let's run it again, and clean up the term. We are getting this looks like this confusion in the sense that my sense is that we're hitting a bug because we provided how do you switch to buffer? So I think you used to just be able to go buffer collection.sc. Okay. That's annoying. Source, no, it's going to be core library, core collections, collection.sc. I don't love this. I think I want to put this in array for now. Oh, we don't have a, how can you can't do you can't do visual editing? Okay. No? Okay, yeah, that worked. Right, okay. triggers. Okay, cool. We'll do it. What was it? It was new from. New from. New from. It's selecting. How do you do? Okay. This is, where are you? You're in float. So you can't just reread it again. Okay. Write it. Fine. All right. That should always be that new line. Okay. Whoops. All right. Good times. Hadron. Source runtime. No. Lang. Source runtime. Collections. Or SC collections array. RS. There's a new from slice. New from net. There's a new, right? You wrote new. Yeah, okay. New clear. New from. From. There's a new from. Yeah, you already did it. Oh, man. Alright, just copy, insert new from. Okay. Could have fooled me. I thought we were calling array. New from. It's not derived from array, though. This stack dump is so unfriendly right now. Yeah, there's some stack confusion here or something. You're trying to cast an equality constraint to an array. 22 is the lowest value on the stack. We've got 3 missing things from the stack. So here's 22. Where's 21? 21. I bet you 20 is missing. Yeah, because it's inside of Boolean if, which is in function.rs. It's showing us the names of the files. Huh. Interesting. 22, 21. Missing. No, 20. No, there's 20. So 22 there. Add propagate. One, 20, 19. It was 18, 19. Incremental add, 18, 17. Okay, 16. Yeah, I think we're Oh yeah, you forgot to do a rebuild, by the way. This is better. So let's delta blue equality constraint to a lang runtime SC collections array lang runtime SC slot. Why are you trying to cast an equality constraint to the slot? Like that's the mystery. Go back. Bench classes delta blue. Here we are. Here's delta blue. Let me. Oh. Zoom in a little bit and switch them right over. So here's. So the error is trying to treat it's trying to call a method on array with this argument of a delta blue equality constraint, and it looks like I want to add something to that error message. Yeah. So here's something I can definitely do right away that will just make my life easier in the future. Back to terminal. We're going to continue to play with this editor, but first things first. What did you add? Next, and add floats, nib, and new from. Okay, so we're all squared away there. Okay, cool. Now here, what we're going to do is we're going to go to method. Can we just go, no, Okay. Macros. E. Macros. Source method. There's a function in here. We're just doing this cast. Failed to cast. I believe this is where the wrapper is. No. Where is the fucking... Oops. Sorry. Crap. Thank you so much. Runtime gc.srx. Good. Boom. So you actually don't know, do not know the location. Oy. Hmm. You can't really add a... Hmm. Trying to think about ways that we could add more location information, because when you run this right now, you don't get the most helpful data back. Delta blue quality constraint to an array, and I think that the method is new from doesn't even... Wait a second. Wait a second. This might be weirdness that we picked up from a stale build of the collections function that we added. No. I don't know. I think that's wishful thinking. That was cheap to check. I just do a clean build and it goes away. So this is a quality constraint. Okay. On line 128. Okay, so we're inside of add propagate. what was C? Looks like this argument is failing. New from is not making a copy. I figured out my problem. New from is not making it. It is. It takes an argument and it's making a copy of the array. Yeah. It's var args. So are we not picking up the var args correctly, or did we fail to specify it? Runtime collections array. Array elements.clone. No. This is var args. This is the problem. Yeah, this is args. And it is an edge array slot, but it's because you have to say this, and then you can copy it. Yeah, and then this needs to be, what? X doesn't work. Okay. I think, did you not implement not equal equal? Lang source runtime sc for slot objects for object rs. Oh, you didn't do the not equal. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, how do you do? You can yank it. No. Okay. Okay. Nope. Gotta relearn some muscle memory here. Not identical. I think we'll just do not identical, and then we'll just call it. Paste. All right. There's not equal and not equal for object. Oh, you gotta. EQ any identical, not identical. Let's try this again. What are you mad about now? Array sort. We gotta sort. We have to put a sort in. I think this one, we're just gonna copy it verbatim from supercollider. their sort is implemented entirely in, I think it's collection sort, and it is calls a quick sort by default. It's sequenceable collection, which makes sense. It has a sort function. Switch over to collider. Let's see, source, embiggen, much embiggener. And it has there's a bunch of, this has to be sorted or things fail. Here's the sort. It just calls merge sort. Okay. We're going to copy this, I think, verbatim. And the merge sort algorithm goes verbatim in. We're back in for library, for collections sequenceable. As pairs do. I don't know why this is this wacky. Okay, whatever. Copy verbatim. This is copy verbatim. Can we just command V it? Yeah. There. Okay. Okay. Look, is this syntax highlighting for super collider source code? Does anything get tree sitter grammar? Neato. Neato burrito. The other one that we want, we want the merge sort, right? No, it was that's the merge sort. Oh boy. Temp and merge temp, I think. Okay. Oh, this is going to be great. Material for... Okay. Back to... No, we're not using this. We're not using this code right now. I would close it, but I'm scared. Let's say all sorting code copied verbatim. Don't worry about formatting this stuff yet. Okay. Okay. Best practice is to do a clean build when you have a change in the core library, because I'm not sure the embedding always picks it up. So. What now? Oh. Okay, so we need our bin ops. So value is a float. I think we need length, source, runtime. MSC slot float.rs. This is not equal. Yeah, it wants a float. So both of these actually need a slot. All of these need a slot. Modulo is weird. I don't know. Okay, so initiation. So can you use this float op? Yeah. To always float. You could do always float comparison. Float comparison. Let me do a okay. Float up. And it takes this, which is a float, other, which is a slot, returns a result, which is a boolean, and for Hadron error, it goes match other, it doesn't need the verb. We can use it. Cannot compare. The verb can just be the thing. Yeah, so we'll say slot float inner. Okay. Do float returns a float. Trait float compare. And we don't need the verb anymore. Well, we can just, yeah, we can make our float compare. Fun. Do compare. This float other F64 returns a boolean. Get operator, get binop, and so this, we want the return the symbol float inner there's no A, there's no get to the end of the line, or does it work? No, does not work. No. Does caret work? No. Okay, cool. Okay. Boolean. Inner. O. To compare. This inner. Then we got slot integer inner. Inner 0, 0. Oh, compare this inner as F64. Error. cannot. Like, oh, get an op. Well, none. And there you have it. Okay. So there's a float comparison and a float comp. We're just gonna grab this real quick and this because we gotta scroll down a ways. Actually, what the heck are you doing? Oh, we just lost it. Oh, is there an undo? Yeah, there is. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. D. P. Yes. Okay, cool. I had a colleague at YouTube who once shared that it had taken him like 10 years to learn how to copy and paste in Vim. Kind of blew my mind. I remember there being a delay, but I learned cut. I learned one of them first. I learned the other one first, then the one that he forgot how to do, or didn't know how to do. And I'm like, how do you live your life? I remember thinking that, but I didn't say anything because that was rude. It was a workplace. This is a workplace. Floats. LT comp. Traits. Impl. Traits. Floats comp for LT comp. Got two functions. Do compare. Floats other F64. I don't love this idiom of like one being the wrapped type and one not being, but which does the following. It says this dot inner less than inner. The other one is get binop, which returns a static string, and we just say like that. No, there's a space here, of course. Then we just say, instead of this line, we just say floats comparison. I think it's this guy. No, I think it's, yeah, it's LT comp. This other, this has to be a slot. Okay, how you like me? We're just, this is just cargo build. Oh yeah, because you didn't build the, you're just building the release build right now. Fuzzy on the syntax. Oops, comparison. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Second colon set is wrong. set is wrong. Other. Okay. We'll do them for the rest. We'll do them for the rest. Capital E doesn't work. This line is garbage now. Okay. No. I'm sure there's a more better, smarter way to do this. Le comp. Le comp. Lieutenant comp, le comp, GT comp, get comp, do comparison, they are, GT comp. We'll try this again where we just start here. Now, I want this end of the line. Yeah. I want this to be replaced by that. Doesn't work, but okay. This is get comp. Get comp. Get comp. Get comp. Okay. How are we doing? So, oh, you got to change all these to slot. Good. How are we looking so far? Good. Okay. Can we clean up our mess yet? Okay, that's an interesting one. What is this thing called? Helix reload file from disk. Helix reload file from disk. Okay, it's just reload. There we are. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Ew. Why do you keep making those? Alright. Paste. Hello. Okay. This is a slot now. This is an EQ. Float. This is an EQ. comparison. This is EQ. EQ comp equal. This is the bin op is equal EQ comp. And we got one more for any comp. Any comp. I think it's like the same amount of lines of code. You know, as just typing it out manually. Why does it feel better this way? It feels better this way because than just typing it all these out manually, because that's a lot of repetitious code. That's generally a smell. Because it's error prone, right? Like your eye kind of glazes over when you're reading it. Refactoring's harder, you know, to make a change. Like if you want to add another type here that you can do comparisons on, you only have to update, well, you have to update, I guess you have to update a couple of things, but it gives more options, I think. What's your problem? Oh, you forgot to change this to slot, I think. 245, yeah. Just a guess. And did you do any comp? Brain turned off. Started talking. Brain turned off. Any comp. All right. Boom. Okay, we're happy with it. So now we can do comparisons of floats and integers by casting them to floats. And Delta Blue works. Brilliant. Okay. There it is. Sweet. Okay. All right. Okay. Again. Okay. Wow. Let's see which ones work now. Other than CD. So Delta Blue works. Havlac. Havlac doesn't work. Mandelbrot doesn't work. N-body doesn't work. Permute ain't gonna work. Queens doesn't work. Okay. Richards doesn't work. And Sieve doesn't work. And storage doesn't work. Doesn't work. Are these all hitting like the same thing? I don't know what's quite going on there. But bounce still works, right? Like you can sort of bounce. No. Okay, you broke something. That's good to know. What happened to... All right. Yeah, a bunch of stuff to merge sorts. Ceiling and floor. Added an error message to the interpreter. New from, which is now var args, as it should be. New copy args. Equal, equal, not equal, 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 and not equal, equal. I don't see any other stuff in there. Les comp. And these are all the comparisons. Okay. So how come bounce doesn't work? Okay. Wait a second. Okay. So we had 461 in. So bounce ran in 460. So if you have broken bounce on 461, that's going to be cute. Yeah. You broke it in 461. Somehow. 461. What is going on? Oh. Huh. I am mystified by this. Mystified. I think did object have its own lang runtime source runtime sc for object.rs no. Or as no. Okay. I really couldn't tell you. I swear to God it worked. Swear to God it worked at one point. A string. Object string. Yeah. And there's 512. So it cuts to 512 characters. I think that we're going to need to deal with that at some point. But for right now, we say okay. Why is this so tiny? There we are. Object is, we need to add a string. I don't know why. This is lies. Okay. 1 second though. Where's number 460? Git checkout. Boom. Was it you don't have a debug build? It never worked in opt. I don't think. I bet you. I bet you if you go back to debug, if you go back to the default, this will work. No? No? Okay. No? Okay. That's... I swear it passed the pre-merge, right? Like, oh well, the pre-merge doesn't run this. Like, the pre-merge doesn't run the bitches. What is going on? Am I losing my mind? Oh my god. Okay. Well, it runs Delta Blue. I think I'm going to retcon some history here. Part of me wants to just fix this issue, though, which is that we aren't getting a... okay. Let's go to Object. And pull... There is a slot as string. I think that it's in interpreter right now, right? Or lang source interpreter mod. Slot as string. As string, I think. So this should go into object, and it should go into slot, I think. I really want the ability to have... Alright, how do we do... do we have bsplit? Source, lang, source, runtime, slot, time. Okay. And can I temporarily, can I scooch you over for a second? For a second? Okay. Because what I really want to do is that move it back and forth. Okay, cool, it does. That's neat. We're going to move this to... No. There we go. I think there's just like a slot. Impulse slot. Slot. Identity hash, get type name. I'm going to do all right. And self. We'll just say and self. That's the only thing we'll change here. And we'll call it as string. Yeah. Alright, come here. Oh, there's some lovely duplicated logic here. Paste. We'll worry about the tabbing. I suspect that this is what the compiler is going to say. No, that doesn't take you to the matching phrase. That's that one. I think we are, that's the match. Yeah, so that should be the closing phrase. $213. Oh yeah, no, you're missing one. Thanks for the hint, Russ. Oh no. No, this was a terrible idea. All the dependencies. Slot's supposed to be at the very bottom of the stack and can't have dependencies on anything. Good status. Okay. Yeah. Oof. Bad. Yeah, you can quit this. No. Okay, good. Yeah, no. I think what we should do for now is we should have a string. Oh, this has to go into interpreter. Yeah. Delete. Just reload it. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go link source interpreter sc for object.rs, but you already have a thing that does this. This might not have to be in there anymore. String results edge sc collection string. String. That would be backwards than how we normally do it. There we are. Slot is string. Just pop over there. Okay, edge, new SE string wrap. String. Something like that. How about a comma? Bitty. Delta Blue does not run anymore. Weren't you just... Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Yikes. I was like, ah, ah. Okay, this is a little retcon lie about number 11. I guess it never worked in 460, but cool. Delta Blue should now run again. I'm gonna replace. Okay, bounce should work. You have a modified checkout bench. That is what happened. Okay. You are not crazy. You did not lie about 460. Okay. Bounce runs. Hopefully. Delta Blue. You are still projecting your... here we are. Delta Blue runs. Who's next on the hit parade? Havlack. Nope. Mandelbrot. What are these failing on? Just some integer shift. Identity set. Oh man. And body. We could probably do integer shift. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Float and non-numeric type. That's interesting. We could be more specific about what that type is. Permute. Means two of these. Richards. Do Beach. So I think some of these are just, we're just missing sieve and storage. Mildew. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. But we have Delta Blue now. Okay. Topic. I think that's going to be a PR. It's an interesting question. Okay, so that's a PR. So we're finishing up. We're right at 2 hours. I think I'll run the tests, see if anything fails. Make this a probably wrap the stream up. Yeah. We're good. Cool. Yeah. WASM test, although I don't expect any big difference here. Just more crap. Oh, if we got a new Chrome driver, this is gonna fail. We'll see. I think that I have Chrome driver pre-installed and it only updates on brew update. Which, I mean, you installed some crap today. Okay, it ran. Yay! Alright, well, yeah. It's a good, solid effort. Thanks for listening. My dog's giving me the eye. I think it might be time to take her on a walk. I gotta go find my phone. But I'm gonna make this a PR and start in on the next one. All right. Might come back later today, or I might be offline. But yeah, I will see you at the next one. Ciao.